Hey everyone, my name's Paul Miles and thank you for watching this video. I do videos about money, make it, keep it, grow it. All about making money, making sure you don't lose it, and tips on growing it. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just someone with common sense. So today we're going to discuss the one factor you need, the one thing you need to ensure early retirement. Now, I do lots of videos like this, so before we go on, if you want to get more videos like this, just click on the subscribe button and click the bell and turn on notifications to make sure you receive further videos like this. So before we get on to the one main factor, just what do you mean by early retirement? Do you mean retirement in the traditional sense of the word, which is putting your feet up, watching television, wandering around the house with the wife and going out to play golf with your friends? Or do you really mean changing career or following something you really want to do, i.e. stopping work, stopping your normal job, stopping going to your 9 to 5, stopping the commute and doing something that really matters to you? And that could be starting a business, it could be a traditional sort of business selling goods, or it could be an online business. Or do you want to take up a hobby more seriously or turn what's already a hobby into a business? Well, if you want to do this and you want to do this at an early age, and by an early age I'm talking about 35, 40 would probably be considered early retirement, then the one thing you need is a passive income. Now, what's a passive income? A passive income is an income that you receive that you don't have to put any more work into. You're not swapping your own time for money like you would in a normal job, where the earnings are limited because you've only got so many hours in a day. So swapping your time for money, there's a ceiling, there's a limit onto how much you can earn. But with a passive income, you put the work in early on and you continue to earn that income without having to put in any further work. Common examples of this, although not common, but things you would typically associate with passive income, are things like royalties received for records or books. So an author writes a book, he puts all the work up front, and that work could be 6 months, could be a year, could be 10 years, and then sells the book. And that book then sells and gives him a royalty. He gets paid a royalty check every month without having to put further work in. Another common form of passive income is retirement, a pension. You receive your pension from a company or from the government. You put money in during your 40, 50 working years, and then that gets converted into a pension. Or you invest into a pension scheme where you put the money in over 40, 50 years. That then gets invested on your behalf and you receive an annual income from that money. But there are other forms of passive income, and one of the common forms of earning a passive income is to make money online. Now, I know that sounds a bit scammy, but it is possible. If you go online and follow one of these get rich schemes whereby they promise you X amount of riches for the rest of your life with a minimum amount of work, they're probably not going to work, because most forms of passive income require work, require commitment, consistency and hard work. Now, I'll put a link down below to one of the videos which explains what I do with notebooks and low content books on Amazon. They produce a passive income because I've produced the books, they're on Amazon and they continue to bring in an income. But even if I was to stop producing any more notebooks, or have an accident or get an illness that prevented me from working, I would still receive that income. And producing a passive income is great if you want to have that sort of solid foundation of money coming in, which then allows you to do other things on top of that. Another form of passive income would be property investment. Now, this requires expense up front. It does have many risks, and it's, for me, what I consider quite a stressful job or a stressful form of income. But that's property investment, where you would own a property preferably outright, but if not, with a mortgage, and you would receive a monthly income. Now, in order to receive a reasonable cash flow from that, you're going to need to own most of the property, if not all of it. Otherwise, most of your monthly income will go to paying the bank, who make money off the mortgage that they give you. Another form of passive income is stocks and share dividends. You buy the shares, and every quarter or every 6 months you receive a dividend income, which is expressed as a percentage of the value of the share. For example, you buy some shares, say $1,000 worth of shares, and you get a 5% dividend on those shares. You'll receive every year $50, and that will be classed as passive income. You've bought the shares, you don't need to put any further work in, and you receive that regular income. Now, of course, you're going to need a reasonable capital amount to make that worthwhile, particularly if you're looking to replace your working income in order to retire early. But another form of passive income, which I've just touched upon earlier with my notebooks, and that's creating a business whereby you leverage other people's time in terms of employers that you've got. Although that could be argued it's not very passive, because you've got all the work involved in managing people. Or you leverage the power of the internet or other platforms like eBay, Amazon, or Shopify, and you create a business that's more or less automated that would create a passive income. Now, what's currently fashionable is creating merch, which are things like t-shirts, hats, hoodies, mugs, bags, towels, and you create the designs from those. You put in the work up front to create the designs, and then there's software platforms that you then put these designs on, and when people buy an object with your design on, it gets printed, sent out to the customers, and you receive a royalty, if you like, or a percentage of the cost of the item, the income from the item. And again, this is very popular, and there's lots of people making a lot of money out of that. Amazon have their own platform. It's called Merch by Amazon, where you can design t-shirts, hoodies, vests, even pop sockets, and you create designs, you put them on these t-shirts, and it's a digital file that you upload, so you don't own any physical product. It's all on Amazon, and when somebody orders the item, Amazon prints out the t-shirt with your design on, and you get a percentage income. I can't remember what it is. It's round about 10%, 10 to 15% royalty or income off each item that you sell. And again, you've done the work up front, and you're creating this passive income. So there's just a few ideas around what passive income is, how it's a very valuable source of money. And if you create a passive income that's large enough, then that will allow you to retire early. And I would advise looking at different sources of passive income. So you might have, for instance, a rental property. You might have a stocks and share portfolio. And you might have a little side business where you're making notebooks or creating apparel or towels, bags on one of these various print-on-demand merch websites. So that if one of these sources of income disappears or something serious happens and you lose your income from that, you've still got other pots, if you like, of income coming through, which would make your retirement a bit more secure. So over the coming weeks, months, years, I'll be looking at all these different types of passive income generating ideas and going into them in more depth. As I said, if you want to look at the way I make passive income with my notebooks, which I do as a sort of a supplement to my part-time job, then click the link below, and I will speak to you again soon. Take care for now. Bye-bye.